Hello guys, so let's begin with the problem pseudo-palindromic paths in a binary tree. So let's try to understand the problem statement. So a binary tree where node values are digits from 1 to 9. A path in the binary tree is said to be pseudo-palindromic if at least one permutation of the node values in the path is a palindrome. Okay. Return the number of pseudo-palindromic paths going from root node to leaf node. Okay. So the problem statement is saying that a binary tree is given, a node of a binary tree is given to us, and this tree is containing digits from 1 to 9. Okay, and I need to find out all the possible counts, all the total counts from root node to leaf node, those paths forming a pseudo palindromic paths. So first of all, what is this pseudo palindromic path? So this pseudo palindromic path is basically, if I check all the possible from root to leaf node, the numbers that will align in the path. So by making all the combination, by trying all the possible combination, if it form a palindrome, if any combination will form a palindrome, it means that that path is a pseudo palindromic, and then I can consider this path in my answer vector, answer variable, and just sum of all the pseudo path and at last return it. Okay, so before proceeding to the solution, let's try to understand by brute force approach. So what is brute force approach? If you have done problem to print all the node value from root to leaf node, then it is very easy for you to solve this problem, because just uh, just take a vector and just store all the values from root to leaf node path, and then check whether, so how to check whether any combination will form a palindrome or not? So for that, we know that palindrome, it means if the length is even, then it must, all the numbers, all the values, all the symbols must be even. And if it is odd, length is odd, then it is allowed to be one number, maybe, or one number must be of odd length if the length of the string or length of the permutation is odd. Okay, so I just need to check whether the count of the node value is even or odd. That's all. Okay, so for that, I think I can consider a vector of length 9 because it is given in the problem. All the numbers are from 1 to 9. But, and also considered map. But before going to the solution, let's try to think more. I just need to represent numbers from 1 to 9. So for that, I can also take a number, a variable, integer variable, and each bit will represent whether that number is present or not. It means, I mean to say that, let's see this. For this example, I just initially take a variable bitmap as a name. I given a name as a bitmap. So initially bitmap is 0. So the root that I got, so the root value is 2. So simply I will go and make the second index, the second bit of the bitmap variable as a 1, because 2 comes at the first time. Similarly, for 3, I just third index, third bit of the bitmap variable, just make it 1. But once I reach to this node, then again the count is even for the node value 3. So again I will make it the third bit as a 0. So I don't need to consider a map on or array, just a variable, just a number, integer variable is sufficient to check whether the number, the count of the node value is even or odd. Okay, so I hope it's clear to you. Let's try to understand the problem, the solution more by implementing it. So let's start. So I need a variable bitmap to check the count of the node values. Then just answer variable, and then call a helper function. I have to do a DFS in a tree from root to leaf node each time. So just pass root, bitmap, and answer. At the last, return answer. Okay. So let's see. the implementation of the helper function. So helper function, so this is node bitmap int pass as a reference answer variable. So if root equals to null, return. Now if not, then just update the bitmap, the index of the bitmap. So how to update? Okay, so if I like the count is 0, the initial count is 0, it means that it is even. Means right now up to that, the count, the frequency of that value is even. So I can simply make it 1. And if it is 1, it means that up to that the count is odd. So just make it even. So just make it 0. Okay. So if it is 0, then make it 1. If it is 1, then make it 0. Okay. So it means that, can I say, I just need to take a JOR operation. That's all. JOR operation with the bit index, that is represented by this. So currently root val. That's all. And just check if the current node is a leaf node. So root left equals to null and root right equals to null. So just okay. So how to check? So if my bitmap, if my variable is 0, it means that all the numbers are even. And if any one of the index is 1, apart from that all the index are 0, it means that it is also forming a palindrome. So if only one bit, the number have only one bit, it means that it must be a power of 2. So just check whether the variable bitmap is a power of 2 or not. So bitmap and bitmap minus 1. So it must be equals to 0. So just I am checking whether the bitmap is power of 2 or not. If it is power of 2, so just increment your answer. It means that I am considering that path into my answer, and then call the helper function for the root left bitmap and answer. Again helper root right bitmap answer. Okay, so I hope the implementation part is clear to you. Let me run it. Okay, some problem is there. Okay, so I think so the solution is right. Let me submit it. Okay, I just forget to give a equal to sign here. Now let me run it. Okay, as you see, the sample test case is passing here. Now let me submit it to check. Okay, so as you see, the solution get accepted. So that's all for this problem. Thank you.